Hey, this is Jeff Karras, your behavior guy. I'm back. So I'm going to start talking about specific interventions for specific behaviors at different times throughout my videos. And one thing that someone asked about or reached out about was, what if there's a student or a child who's just reluctant to complete their work or complete their tasks? So this can go for a school setting or a home setting, right? So if you have a student who is struggling to do work at school, they just don't have a lot of motivation, they don't get a lot of tasks complete, or at home they're struggling to do homework, you could apply it there. Or even if they're struggling to do their routine tasks that you want them to do in their house, there's some different interventions you can try. There's a ton of different interventions. I'm going to hone in and focus on 4 different ones today. So one thing you could do with that child when they're reluctant to complete a task, or they just don't have that motivation or drive to do it, you could explain it to them very clearly and then have them repeat back the instructions. So what you might do is, when you're talking to a student in a class, you tell them what you want them to do. Hey, here's what we're going to do. You even help start it with them as another strategy. Help them get started with it. And then have them say, okay, now what is it that you're going to do? Because I want to make sure you understand the instructions. Same thing at home, you can do that. If you give your child a task, hey, I want this room cleaned up. I want the books put away on the shelf. I want this put away here. Then have them explain it back to you. Now, it's hard to explain back a ton of different steps. So another strategy you might want to use is breaking down, or we call it chunking the assignment or chunking the task. So break it into pieces. So if a student is looking at completing an activity and there's 10 different things on that page, or 10 different things that they needed to do, fill out their answers, we might use a sheet of paper and cover up all but one, and then say, okay, now you see the one, that's where your focus is going to be. Let's do that one first, and then uncover as they go along some of the different parts, and that's chunking that assignment. Same at home. If you want them to clean their room, say, hey, you know what? I know there's a lot to do here. First, we're going to put the books on the shelf. That's all we're going to worry about right now. When you're done, let me know. Give them a lot of praise, pump them up. You could even have them take a little break and then chunk and get into that next part. Another option is to give some choices too, right? So if they're going to get started, say, you know what? You pick one to do first. You pick a problem, start there, cover the rest up. Even in their room, if they're cleaning, or a task at home, let them choose where to begin. Let them choose where to start, because then it gives them some choice in there. So those are a few strategies to help those students who are unmotivated, or those children who are unmotivated to complete different tasks. I'll give you some more strategies in the upcoming videos. All right, this is Jeff Karras, your behavior guy. I'll see you later.